You let me know when you make tweet. I'll make sure to retweet it,
Yes, sir.
post
We're
it
locked
in my group
in. I'm
chat.
about to tweet it out. We're locked in right now. Let's see what we got here. Do do do. Oh, week.
Well, they're not going to the playoffs. Oh man, they said that quarterback from Duke getting paid $4 million. He should. They better go to the playoffs. Can't guarantee that, bud.
No, definitely not. I'll change the thumbnail later.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now live. We told you all week we are officially back and we are locked in. This year we got graphics, we got real information behind our picks, and we're trimming fat. So we are locked in. Uh, we've been bull jiving all summer with predictions. We've been watching other people's posts, just craziness with some people have like the SEC going, got like 6 or 7 teams going 9-3. They got Ole Miss making the playoffs, Missouri making a run. Something like people are just not being logical. Like I get it, you gotta say stuff to make shock value, but my biggest fear, I don't want to get clipped up on saying some stupid shit. Like, bro, you don't have to be contrarian, bro. Just give us the good picks, like our little graphics with the playoff we did. We just put a Big 12 logo up there. That ain't lazy. That's just the truth, bro. Like
I can't sit here and tell you who's going to win the Big 12 this year.
at all. Like I cannot sit here.
Now, week 4, that might change. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get better betting on the Big 12 as the year progresses. They beat each other up.
They're the worst.
So,
They are the worst. Um, well, speaking of the Big 12, we're gonna get right to it. Everybody, the first game of the week, 12 o'clock game. Kansas State is the home team versus Iowa State in I think Germany, right? It's in
it doesn't
Dublin.
matter.
Yeah,
It's not here.
it's not here.
Ireland, whatever. It's
Yeah.
not here.
Uh, so Iowa State won the game last year. Went back and rewatched it. I think Kansas State they turned the ball over a lot. I think they had like 2 or 3 turnovers. I think Iowa State was like +2 with the turnovers or +3.
Hmm.
A pick, a fumble, a safety, a missed field goal.
Well, that's 3. You got a safety. That's a turnover and points.
And the thing is, they only lost by 6 or so. It was like 22-27 or 20 to 20. It was a close game regardless. So with 3 turnovers, they at Iowa State they lost by they lost by less than 8 or 9. So if you just take away the turnovers, even if they don't give Iowa State the ball, I think they win. I watched. I was like, okay, if you're watching the game, let's just say they don't turn the ball over, and
Hmm.
they got 2 touchdowns off of those turnovers. Let's just say they don't turn it over. So you take 14 points away from Iowa State. I mean, Kansas State wins because all Kansas State points came off of just them getting their regular drives, no turnovers from Iowa State. So just keep that in the back. I just kept that in the back of my mind. I was like, okay. I don't think they're gonna blow. I don't think they're gonna blow them out. But based on
Should
last
be
year,
a good game.
all of them. Yeah, based on last year, you don't turn the ball off. So this year, we've got a little bit of a model. We've got a bunch of information baked into it. We got every single stat that you could imagine from last year of 2024 against FBS opponents. We do not care what you did against uh, whatever
Means
school.
nothing to me. I don't care.
Yeah, we don't care about your fluffed up stats. So if you scored 7 touchdowns, um, against a FCS team, and it's got your average bumped up to 3.7, our model takes that out. So it really might be 3 or 2.8. We want to see what you're doing against common opponents, in conference opponents, and like teams of your caliber. So all the stats are based off that. Key stats that we always talk about, Josh: turnovers, that's baked in the model. So
Baked in.
what we've got in the model, the prime play model, is one turnover is equal to 2.5 points. Two turnovers is equal to 9.5 points, roughly. Three turnovers, 16.5 points, 17, and four, we're not even talking about that. If you win and you've turned the ball over 4 times, you got it, bro. Like, you got it. The other team ought to be ashamed of themselves. So,
Correct.
yeah, so we got stuff like that. Yards. Oh, what do we always say? If you can't stop the
Third downs. If you can't stop the run, and then you can't run,
and you can't,
if you can't score,
like,
I
all
don't
the,
want to know how many points you scored. I want to know how many touchdowns you scored.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't care. Like, because it gets tricky when you teams that score 30 points a game, but their offensive touchdowns is only at like 2.5. So it means your defense is really, your special team is really good or something like that. I want to know if
Mhm.
you get in a sticky situation and you got our hard earned money on the line, can I count on you to lock in and get me in the box?
It's very simple.
So we got those main things: Russian defense. Again, this is off against FBS. So I think like
Third down percentage.
yeah, because you're
Everything's in there, bro.
everything is in
How
there.
many field goals you take?
So just
Like,
so roughly, if you go on our Twitter account, we told you all week we've got pretty much a baseline or core principles of what the model has inputted in there and what it spits out based on those stats that we've got. So we've got like efficiency, third down conversions, can you sustain drives, your turnovers, all of that. So we're about as close to predictive to the score that you're going to get. Um, some things you just can't predict. And remember, we're focused on teasers. So we're adding points to what we think the predictive score is. And what we're doing this year, we're doing sevens and 10.5s. If you got FanDuel, definitely do 7.5. I know regular books go 6, 7. I mean 6.5, 7. So 7 is cool. We'll have picks for that. The 7, the percentage drops like 10 to 15%, but we'll still give out highs, 7 point teasers. Like this, we're trying to trim the fat. Like we got exposed a little bit too much off of nonsense, just reaching. Um, so back to the game. So the first leg we got on our ticket, we got Kansas State money line. So what do you think about that, Josh?
I was a year early of Kansas State. I was expecting them to be good last year. I think this year more aligns with them being a more veteran team, and so I'm excited to see what the quarterback and then Dylan Edwards can do. So I'm very comfortable with Kansas State here, and the model was comfortable with it too, and
Yeah.
that reassures me.
So the model has the projected score. The prime play model has projected score as a very tight game, 26-23. So just for a no sweat, if you're doing a no sweat, you've got. I mean, if you're not going to again, you're not going to sweat. Definitely lean into Kansas State money line with the 10.5 point teaser that we're going to give out. Definitely take Iowa State. They're not losing by 13.5 points. That would be absurd.
Bro,
Them losing by 13.5. The model has them at 88 to 90% hit rate. And guys, this has 2 turnovers already baked in. So if they turn the
you
ball
don't
over,
have to look for it.
still,
Yep.
we're still not worried. Once we get past that three threshold, then we got a little bit to worry about. Um, for the regular spread, the model says no. 3, pass it. We only got it at about a 52% cover. Um, Iowa State with the plus, the same thing, about 47-48. So this game is going to be a coin flip. Like we said
Yep.
it, we said it. There's no reason why anybody should go out there and get blown out.
This should be one of the best games of the weekend.
Bro, it should, bro. There's no reason why this game shouldn't be tight. I know Iowa State lost their receivers, but still, bro, this is a conference game.
Big game too. Big game for both of these schools. Both of these schools got a chance to win their conference. We
Yeah,
opened the show talking about how wide open the Big 12 is. You could tell neither of these teams that they're not making the conference championships. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So
Um, so a couple stats. Kansas State, this is FBS top 15 in yards per play in college football at 6.4. Uh, Iowa State was 5.7, so not a huge difference. So it's pretty even there. Yards per play that the defense allowed. Kansas State allowed 5 yards, which is solid. Iowa State averaged 5.8, which is the league average. So again, still kind of close. Third down offense, Iowa State 42%, Kansas State 41%. I mean, it's like a situational edge. Third down percentage, bro, for stopping opponents. 38% for Kansas State, 38% for Iowa State. Turnover margin, +9 for Iowa State. I think the same thing for Kansas State. So, I mean, this is a neutral game. All the stats pretty much say that they're going to be equal. So, you know, Kansas State money lines, I think they do have the better team,
mhm.
uh, just by a slight margin. But with the teaser, 7 and 10.5 points, all day Iowa State, all day. That's crossing two important numbers. They're crossing 7 and we're crossing 10. The only one we're not getting crossed is 14, but I mean 13.5. I mean, it's right there.
I'm good with 13 and a half.
Yeah. So first leg on the ticket that we are giving out is Kansas State money line. Um, after this, we'll kind of go over to the teaser a little bit more in depth. I know I've been talking about it, but we're specifically going to go off over this no sweat ticket right here that we're going to put out to the public. This is our first official ticket. Moving on, UNLV -17.5. The spread is like 26.5. Like against Idaho State. Like, come on, bro.
At
Like
home.
at home, bro. Dan Mullins.
Dan
Um,
Mullen, come on, bro.
let's see what the model says.
Quarterback play.
Um, we're gonna on the show. Well, I've already seen it. We're gonna do it live, full. So let's see what the model has to say about UNLV and Idaho State. So the spread's 26.5. Remember, this ticket came directly from the model too. So it's not too much guessing. I know for a fact that there's a talent gap between UNLV and Idaho State. So I don't think it should be a sweat. It's when it comes down to this job, it's going to be more so do they want to keep their starters and keep their foot on their neck. That's going to be the only issue. And I think they should.
Bro,
They're giving ourselves grace.
I agree. There's no
So
reason why. You know what I'm saying?
so the model has this projected score as 42-17.
That covers us. What's that? 20.
I
That's
mean,
25.
I mean, teasing it to 26.5. I mean, teasing it from 26.5 to 16 is good. I mean, 17 is good too. That we got it up here, but
I like that 18, bro. I just think. I mean, they're gonna
21. I
win this
think.
game by 3 scores, bro. At the
uh,
minimum, it's gonna be 3 scores.
and I think so too. Dan Mullen's error. You got a orgy running quarterback.
You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? Exactly. They should just dial it up, load up.
so for a turnoff, so I also got chaos. I call it chaos test. So just talking about the game, chaos test. If UNLV is -2 turnovers versus Idaho State, the model still has them covering 34-20. So that means UNLV has 2 turnovers, Idaho State has 1. The model also has a projection. This is chaos. So like we're just sitting here like, what is going on? 3
Yeah.
turnovers for UNLV. They still have them winning 31-24, but the cover's at risk for the teaser. If UNLV turns the ball over, we got the score 45-13. If I look up UNLV has turned the ball over 2 times, you can go ahead and cut that game off. We're
Yeah,
moving on.
right. Yeah, I can't wait for the first quarter. If we get a first quarter turnover
Oh, it's over.
From Idaho State, we're good. We're good. That's all I'm looking for. Any honestly, bro, any first half turnover, we're good after that.
Good, good. So, um, we like the model likes UNLV minus 17.5. I mean, it's a talent gap. I mean, they got advantages on the offensive line, running back, perimeter, speed, yards after catch. They're too deep, too their depth. Um, the only kind of mismatch that I see that is Idaho State's. They say their tempo and their deep shots. So you know how it is. You get a deep shot, gets momentum. Um, so again, no reason Idaho State should be competing with UNLV. It was good last year, so I expect them.
Hmm.
I I expect UNLV to dominate. Big, they're fast, size, gap, and the trenches, the trenches, the trenches. FCS program, right? I think Idaho State's a FCS, right?
I believe so. Yeah,
Yeah. So, they're going to be doing QB runs with Orgy or whatever his name is.
they're gonna
So,
have to.
so UNLV to win by 21 for sure. Again, the model has the score projected 42-17. 42-17. So I think we got some cushion there. I think that should be a good. I think that should be a good hit. Um, Kansas versus Fresno.
This
What
is
what
another
what,
team,
what you think, Josh? Before I go into for this game.
bro. I mean, first of all, the original spread is what?
12 and a half, I believe, or 13.
Which is I'd be comfortable with that. Kansas had a down year last year. They
Yes.
lost that running back, but they still got the quarterback. We're gonna talk
Yeah,
about him a little bit later. But
yes.
um, I really at Kansas. You know what I'm saying? They got a nice little home field up there, game opener, opening game. So I like Kansas a lot. That minus 6.5, they're gonna win this game by a touchdown at the minimum. This is bare minimum for me.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, bro.
this is like I really think this is there's no reason why they shouldn't win this game by 2 scores. So with the 6.5, I feel like that's safe. I love to see what because I'm sure that's with turnovers.
Yes.
That's 6.5, which I'm comfortable, but I'm pretty sure Fresno State's going to give me a turnover as well. So I'm very comfortable with this one as well. I like this. These are some of my favorite picks.
So
Is when you pick teams like this.
so the model has the score over 1,000 simulations. Kansas 31, Fresno 24. So we're right there. We're right there. So and this is what the turnovers, all the chaos baked in there already. That we got them at 31-24, and I can see that the over under is 50. And
Hmm.
another thing is Fresno is starting. I don't. Is it Rice's Kurt Warner's son? And for just looking
Turnover
doing
machine.
he's turnover pro. He's averaged 12 a year for the last 3 years. So I know he's going to give me
I feel
one.
like you had a tweet about this. I'm about to find
Yes, sir. I think I put a tweet. Yeah, if you go on our Twitter page, I put the information out. I want this clipped up when he throws a pick. I want to say he's going to throw a pick. He's averaged 12 interceptions per
it.
season the last 3 years in the AAC. So
It's
I
terrible.
very well expect him. So that's a good bet that he's going to throw a pick. So that's one turnover right there.
And this is him transferring to Fresno State, if I'm not right. Like it's not like he's
Yeah,
been at Fresno State this
yeah.
whole time.
For sure.
This is a fresh spot for him.
So advantages O line and rushing efficiency for Kansas. They're going to run the football, and that helps you sustain third downs. Yes, sir. Um, depth at home boost. And then disadvantages. I mean, Fresno's Warner, Warner, interceptions, turnovers. Um, so again, we're gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this on the show. Chaos, Josh. So let's just say baseline one turnover apiece. We got the score to 31-24. Everybody's got a turnover. Two turnovers for Kansas. We've got the score 27-24. So if Kansas turns the ball over twice,
We have an
then
issue.
we have an issue. They're only going to
Straight
win
up
by
and
3.
down.
So, because the spread's not big enough for them to turn the ball over 2 times and be trying to cover.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, that's going to be tight. That's going to be right there. Now, if Fresno is, again, if Fresno turns the ball over 2 times, oh, it's over. They're losing by at least 14.
Oh man, what you got it right here. I got the tweet pulled up. If Warner throws 2 picks, the projection slides from to 38-13. I mean, I mean, so we're watching that game just like it earlier when we were saying about Idaho State. If we get to halftime and and Fresno State's got a turnover or two, another
Yeah.
Saturday with my feet kicked up, man.
Yep. So, um, the model, and this is the no sweat. So let's not get confused from the official 10.5.
Hmm.
This is it's week 0. Like if this was if this was week 1, I wouldn't have any of these games on there. It would be way other stuff. But everybody's just on betting. I'm going to bet. We've been waiting for X amount of months, so we're gonna tread lightly. We're gonna try to flip this money and take it into next week. Um, So yeah, Kansas just win by a touchdown, bro. That's basic football. Like win by a touchdown.
And this
Moving
is the
on.
thing, we should be coasting here. We should
Yeah,
be coasting into this West. I should have my feet cooked up by 7:30
there should be a
if with everything going right.
Josh. You know how they do. There should be a cash out button.
No, sir. I don't want it. Don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
your
you can,
cash out,
yeah,
FanDuel.
you can eat a dick. I don't want your cash out, guys. If FanDuel is offer you to cash out, tell them to eat a dick, or send us a tweet. Should I cash out or not? We'll let you know.
Yeah, I definitely let you know
Yeah, but other
immediately.
because I got slapped in the face by doing. I had a nice 11-leg teaser during the first round of the playoffs, and I had Clemson like plus 17.5, and they were getting cooked. That was like my last tough leg. They were down by like 20 in the first half. Oh, my cash out from like a $10 ticket for 10 to win 900 went from 500 down to like $72. I was like, man. As soon as I hit the cash out button and have Clemson box. They wound up losing by like 12 and everything else cash. I only had one leg left and I wasn't worried about that. I think it was Ohio State. So I was not worried about that leg. So don't cash out. If they're offering it for you, they're trying to tell you something. Um,
I was thinking about you in that UCF Colorado game. I think last year where the UCF had the lead and Colorado had to come back, and so your
yeah.
cash out it was like he had a $50 bet. I think the cash out I think it was like 50 to win 500. Cash out was like 220, 125. Then boom, fourth quarter cash out 425. Cash out unavailable. I
Yeah, I
bet
bet.
FanDuel.
Yeah,
I bet
fucking
my
bet.
cash outs unavailable.
Yeah, you better send me and FanDuel, don't play with me, bro. When I hit my ticket, please deposit my funds. After when the game when it strikes 7:32, I expect my funds so I can get ready to bet on it this prime time game. Stop playing with me.
Bruh, need those tickets, but the teasers always take forever to get to cash.
Like,
Like
come on, bro.
everything covered, bro.
What are you game planning? What are you verifying? Like, don't play with me, bro. I've sat here and watched the live game just like you. The game's over. And another thing that's a beauty by teaser jobs. Like if you're on the right side, man, ain't nothing lovelier than that. You can just cut the game off, and you're just like, well, I know there's not enough time for them niggas to lose by this amount of points. So
Bro,
unless
that's the
it's
best part about it.
unless they just do something egregious.
And so that's the best part of the season, man. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like with that UNLV game, if I'm because I'm gonna probably end up watching that game, and so if I get two
Oh, I'm
turnovers,
definitely watching it. It's going to.
I'm taking a nap.
Yeah.
If I get turnovers in the first half, I'm taking a nap. I got Kansas at 6:30. I don't need to stay up to watch that all day. You know what I'm saying? We moving on.
So, Western Kentucky at Sam Houston. The model has the projected score, a semi close one, 31-20. That's a respectable score. Um, I mean, 2.5 from a 10 point. Just win by a field goal, bro. Win by a field goal.
This is a
Uh,
good program. Always win, always winning 7, 8, 9, 10 games over
yeah.
at Western Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? This is not somebody I'm not risking it on a random school. This is a school that produces football players. Like they win games at Western Kentucky. So I'm not gonna be stressing this game at all. I think they win this game by a touchdown.
So projected score chaos.
Hmm.
Western Kentucky -2 on the turnovers. The model still has a cover. This is at 2.5. A cover with a push, 27-24 with 2 turnovers. With
With two
three,
turnovers, ladies and gentlemen.
with three turnovers, they got them losing 24-27. The whole thing flips.
And you gotta think, there's no way that I just don't see a world where West Kentucky turns the ball over 3 times and they don't at least get one of them back.
So this is
And
this
so
is with
that protects us.
this is -3 turnovers. So that means
Yeah,
they've got 0 and you've got 3.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if that's why if we can keep that turnover margin in the -2, -1, or even, we're good in this game, in all these games really. But specifically this one.
Western Kentucky, if they're +2 in the turnover, you guys, you can cut the TV off. 38-17. We've got it around there. You can cut TV off. So I know if you're listening to it, I know I've said that the turnovers, one is equal to about 3, two is equal to about 7. 9.5, 3 is equal to 16.5. That's the basic turnover, but the model, that's just a general conception of it. But the model is even more sophisticated that I baked in turnovers or downs, missed field goals. Josh, I also figured out a way to compensate for fumbles being worth more than
Yeah,
um, the interceptions.
yeah.
So that's also baked in there. So the
Fumbles
number,
change games, man.
yeah. So the number's a little bit more realistic because sometimes people don't score off the turnover. So you kind of got to
Hmm.
adjust for that.
Hmm.
So that's why you hear the score going up 24, 27, 17. Like it's going up by threes just because we're trying to keep it realistic. If a team scores, 14 off of 2 turnovers, that's really good. That's what you want, but it doesn't happen all the
Hmm.
time, though. It doesn't happen all the time. So, yeah, we've got Kentucky. I think there will be some points put up in here. I do because I think Sam Houston runs the air raid offense.
Hmm.
Um,
Sam
um,
Houston State.
yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna air it out.
Let's see. I think. Uh, so yeah, I think they run it. So yeah, Sam Houston they run the air raid, so it's gonna be spacing. So I expect some points to be scored in here. I think it'd be a respectable game. Um, I wouldn't be alarmed even if they scored first. I think it's going to be a close game, a field goal. That's all we need, guys. It's a no sweat, so don't sweat it.
There's
So we
two
got
games where all we need is a field goal, ladies and gentlemen.
yeah, like literally Kansas State walk off field goal to win. I'm cool with that. Western Kentucky field goal to win the
Walk
game.
off field goal. We're
Yeah,
living with that too.
and Kansas just win by a touchdown, bro. Like don't do anything stupid, missing extra points and shit. I'll know right there the fix is in. If I look up in that game and somebody has missed an extra point, Josh, I'm gonna know fucking something.
Oh my gosh, bro. I
Yo,
don't have
because
time.
I don't have time for that.
And it's
So
crazy. We were gonna put. I'm glad you said that, because we were gonna put Hawaii and Stanford in this game, but it was
uh,
just too close. It was
It's
just way too close.
way too.
I couldn't get a feel for those two teams.
And the
And
model
I
came
know everybody's down on Stanford, but it's
right,
not like Hawaii's some amazing team. You know what I'm
but
saying? So I can't just.
literally, Josh, the model said it's 50-50 across the board. You could teaser it this way, you could teaser it this way. It's still going to be some variance. They might get blown out. So we're just going to pass on that game. I know everybody's
Mhm.
excited. They want to touch every single game. We're trying not to do
Not
that this
touching every game.
year. We're trying to discipline. Week 1 is coming up. It is a lot of football. And I expect a lot of teams to be getting their asses beat. We'll be right on the correct side. So we just got to hold on for another week.
These four right here set everything up for next week, ladies and gentlemen, because
Yes, sir.
we have anchors next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can't wait. Yes, sir.
We can't wait. We have anchors next week. Like we have picks. Like, hey, we're all in on this. I'm
Yes,
not, you know what I'm saying? We're on
and,
this side of this. I don't need to be on both sides.
and Josh, we're gonna give you variations of the
Hmm.
anchor to where if one does lose, your whole ticket is not gone. But we've already came up with our anchors, and we've already hit it. Is we got the hoodies and the jerseys on right there. So I mean that's going to be some of them right there. But now, so we got Kansas State money line, UNLV minus 17.5 all spread. Kansas minus 6.5 all spread. Western Kentucky minus 2.5 all spread. Plus 289 odds. So again, not super lotto ticket. That's okay. We're looking to win money. I learned that. We're looking to win money. Okay. I don't care if you put $2 on it to win $4. It's more than what you started with. Okay.
Bro,
Don't believe.
I don't care what you put on the picks. We don't frown down on any. Put your five on there and flip your money.
Yes, we
I
don't
don't
care.
care.
And the people that want to put 200 on it, that's fine.
Hey,
It's hey,
you see
listen,
what that says at the top? What does that say shit in yellow?
no sweat. So
If you have FanDuel, you should have a no sweat. It should be. It could be 25. It could be up to 50. I don't know what you've been betting. You could have been up to 100.
yeah, so now that we got that out the way, I want everybody to tune in to keep watching. Now, Josh, I'm going to give the model's opinion on the game. So the model is pretty much 80%, 88% on every single one of these games with a 10.5 point teaser, except for Kansas State. So for the first leg, if you are doing a 10 point teaser or a 7 point teaser, you're going to take this is at a 10 point teaser, we're teasing the dog to 13.5. The model has it at 88 to 90%. Okay. Um, for a 7 point teaser, the prime pay model has it at 84 to 88%. Let me see. I'm gonna send this to you, Josh, so you can look at it as well. So, favorite play for the model is for the first leg is Iowa State plus 13.5. That's a 10.5 point teaser. We kind of hit it on that.
Yep,
They're not losing by that. I'm sorry.
they're not.
They're not losing by that. Next up will be UNLV with the 10.5 point teaser down to 16. I mean, it's right there. We've got them blowing them out. 10.5 point teaser. 7, we got them at 19.5. So we're comfortable with that. So with these teasers on FanDuel, DraftKings doesn't have them up right now. But FanDuel, do that 10.5 point teaser. Do that 7 point teaser with these teams. Okay. Kansas, same thing. The model loves Kansas at 92% to cover at 2.5, Josh, with the 10.5 point teaser. I'm okay with that.
Love it. This is trimming the fat right here, man.
And
Right,
the model's already got 88% for Kansas at 6. We're right there at 6.5. So, you
right
know,
there.
right there. So if you definitely do the 10.5 point teaser, it's going to cover. And then lastly, the last one, that's just money line. That with the 10.5 point teaser, that's money line. And 7 would be 3. So we're right there. So 10.5 point teaser, definitely lock Iowa State in, UNLV -16, Kansas -2.5, Western Kentucky money line. And you can go in there and alt spread those guys. That's still a teaser. It may say alt spread, but go and don't let FanDuel or DraftKings or these force your hand. Go in there and just do it yourself.
Yep. Sometimes I don't want 12 and a half. I want 13 and a half. You
Yeah.
know, sometimes I don't ever want 9.5. Sometimes I want 10 and a
Or sometimes I don't
half.
need all the points for certain
Or
teams.
sometimes I don't need all these points.
And
We're gonna
we'll
get to
get to
that
that
next
next
week.
week. We'll,
I can't wait. Can't wait. Don't need these points. Don't need them at all.
all right. So
We can
yeah,
move them points elsewhere.
yeah, we'll move them points elsewhere, and best believe that team is part of our anchor. So
Can't
I
wait.
State 13.5, UNLV 16, Kansas 2.5, Western Kentucky money line 10.5 point teaser, 7.5 point teaser or 7 point teaser will also be good. So for that, um, now we're gonna move on to some things that are going to happen within the game that we like. So if you're on Prize Pick, you should have a free square. I think most people's bet max is between like 20, 25, 30, 35. So for sure, he's definitely getting one passing yard. Like, what are we talking about? So that's a free square. Uh, Dylan Edwards, the Utah. You said the same thing, Josh. You said it'll be a sweat. I think he
Yeah.
covers it easily, but I could also see it being a sweat. We're going to wait to the fourth quarter where either they're up or they're trying to win the game. They're running the football.
He'll probably end right at like 65, 68 yards.
Yeah, I got him at like 70, but I was like, I don't have time to
At
play right
59 and a half. Yeah, I like that 59 and a half.
now. He'll get that. He'll get that.
And then this one right here is definitely going to happen.
Yeah, that's all he do. That's all they do. Unless they're trying to save him for the end of the season or something, he should get that. Jalen Daniels should get that pretty easily. So
He should get like 50 of that untouched.
yeah. So let's see. So Dylan Edwards, let's see what we've got for some because as long as he gets at least 15 carries, bro, he is going to go over that for sure.
100%.
Like for sure. Let's see. I'm looking for the breakdown I had for Dylan Edwards. Let's see what type of because I mean I don't think Iowa State's running defense is that damn good. So let's see. So we got him at about 15. So Dylan Edwards, we got him at about 15 to 18 carries. He is the lead role. I think they do running back by committee by committee. Uh,
But you know the guy went to the pros. He's the best. He's
Giddy,
the
he's
creme de la creme for them now.
yeah. Fresno's defense allowed 4.3 yards a carry. The front seven, they lost their two starting linebackers in the interior defensive line. Depth.
16 times 4 is 64. We're moving on. If we can
Exactly.
get 16 touches out of him, I mean,
Bro.
even if we get 15, let's just say 15. If we get 15 touches of him at 4 yards a carry, that's 60 yards.
Bro, Fresno gave up 100 yards rushing to 9 running backs in 2004, including smaller backs who broke contain.
Come on, guys. Like this is what we talking about. Getting in the lab, breaking it down. There's no reason why that shouldn't cover. And so you can be just as pissed as us if it doesn't.
Excuse me,
because
Iowa.
obviously there's some fugazi.
I said Fresno. That's part of me. Um, so come on.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Dylan Edwards.
Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think. Is there anybody else in these four that I would add to this? But I think this is pretty much sums it up out of those three. I wouldn't. I don't. I mean, unless you're taking the running back, the quarterback from UNLV's rushing yards. But other than that, I feel like these three is a nice little nice little three piece.
Yeah. See. Okay. Okay. So correction. So Iowa State's defense was top 30. I read it wrong. Well, I typed it in wrong. I typed the wrong team in. Sorry, guys. 3.7 yards a carry. So, that's still, 15. It's 4 yards. That's still 60. But what do we say? That it's going to be a sweat right there. That literally,
He'll get 35, 40 in the first half, and we'll sweat that other 20, but he'll get it.
So it says not many home run rushes allowed. Iowa State was third in the Big 12 in limiting runs over 20 yards. Like you just said, one big run. Kansas State's offensive line versus the front seven. Experienced, strong interior push, but not dominant. Iowa State runs that 3-3-5 defense, so you should be able to run the football. And the game script, that's what I like, Josh. It's supposed to be a tight game. So that means you're running the
Mm-hmm.
football. You get what I'm saying?
Yep,
Uh,
it's true.
so I think it'd be right there. I wouldn't go anything over that. I think 80 is a little that's a little bit high for his original line. So and then Avery Johnson, that's a free square. Definitely gonna get that. And then Jalen Daniels rushing. That's really what he does well.
Mm-hmm.
So he should get that easily. Again, Dylan Edwards, I think that if you had to pick a sweat, you think that's going to be the one?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so too. Only Jalen
But
Daniels
I
is
think
the
you're
best.
gonna get it. I think he is. I'm not worried about Jalen Daniels because that's their offense. He'll
Yeah,
get
RPO.
he'll get 60 yards to get up out of there. He'll probably run a TD or two.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But Dylan Edwards, but that's the thing though. I expect him to get 60 yards. Should we pull up what's DJ getting stats last year in that game? And
DJ.
that'll tell you everything I know. Because I mean I'm high on Dylan Edwards. I know people been kind of down on him, but once he left Colorado, I thought he was a solid bat.
Yeah, no, I think he's solid back too.
So I know Giddens is a pro, but I think he can easily go out there and get 60 yards. Like I said, bro, he's gonna get 35, 40 yards in the first half,
So
and then we'll be
right, yeah,
sweating that
right on the
20.
nose, guys. Giddens had 14 carries for 72 yards, averaging 5.1 yards a carry.
So you know what I'm saying? And
But
we're gonna be right there in that.
remember, they turned the ball over 3 times. They were trailing and they were trailing. So they weren't really running the football. They had to throw it a lot to get back
And
in
they're a
control.
running football team.
They were down 14-0.
So there you go, right there, ladies and gentlemen. He'll
So
cover.
he'll cover. So Dylan Edwards over 60. Jalen Daniels over 38. And Avery Johnson is free. We're not even gonna discuss that. He's gonna get that the first throw he throws. He's getting that.
Yep.
Uh, So, that was a pretty straightforward. I think most of our information, Josh, is on the Twitter page that we put out all the time. Just information. We're just trying to get the followers of people just to get the information. Even if the pick is wrong, the information or the read is there.
That's all you can ask for.
Football is football, bro. I don't want to hear you say, I knew it. Like, bro, you didn't know that they were going to throw 4 turnovers, throw 4 picks in the first half. Like you didn't know that.
Yeah, I can't predict turnovers, but I can predict how many. Like that's what we're putting in. your touchdown production, your
Yep.
third down percentage. We've added the people that you're getting in the portal. We're
Yep.
adding
That's
the
what I need.
freshman class that you're coming in. We know everybody. Nobody's getting caught off guard.
Yeah, we're not
I'm
getting
not getting caught off
Vanderbilt.
guard by anybody.
We're not getting Vanderbilted.
No, I'm not getting Vanderbilt week one last year against Virginia Tech. My eyes are on you, South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Like getting in the next week. But yeah, man, all these picks that are going to be like, I mean, shoot, TCU Carolina, this guy, I like this. He's
Bro,
getting that.
he's going over that.
I do too.
I
I
think
agree.
he's going
I
over
agree
that.
wholeheartedly about that.
I think he's going
I,
way over
I
that. He
if he
I
stays
watched him
healthy, he's
I
getting a
watched
thousand
him
yards.
I watched him and Tulane. That is a bell cow back. Toting the pill. I'm talking like
And
25 carries, 5 straight games.
and Oregon's gonna have to lean on their defense this year. They're young at wide receiver. They're young at
Yeah,
quarterback. Not a lot of starts. They're gonna have to
he's
lean on
getting
a
that.
veteran back. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, now I know who we play week one, but I'm telling you now, everybody's talking about love, 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 love. I'm telling you, by December, people are going to be talking about the running back that said Oregon.
Bro, he's so good.
He's the real, and if he goes for 1,000, I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the Heisman conversation because he'll probably have 8 touchdowns to go with that.
Yo, he's a dog. Like
I'm high on Micah Hughes, man.
I've watched him in person. Like he is the definition. Like I don't want to say old school running back, but he gonna tote my pill.
So 3 down back. He can
Yes,
catch,
sir.
he can pass block. But he was at Tulane toting the pill. He was the best thing that they did with a freshman quarterback that just got $4 million from Duke. Like you got to look at these situations for these kids. Like he's a stud.
Stud.
Tulane was good last year.
So we're definitely going over on that.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely take the over on him. Definitely take the
Way
over
over.
on him. I'm glad you posted that because that's free money, ladies and gentlemen. Like
Yeah,
I didn't know shit was about to post this. I didn't.
that's free.
Yeah,
That's free. That's free money there. He's going way over that. Like he's going way over.
100%.
K Durant, he's
I
going
like
over
the
that as
over
well.
here too. I like the
This
over
is
here too.
this is bro. This is I honestly think this is disrespectful. I think he's going. Caden is way too good for them not to go over. And I think everybody's so focused on Garrett Nussmeier and us throwing the ball so much. But I listen, I take my deep dives into LSU and what the new philosophy, we're getting back to running the football. Running the football helps your quarterback. I don't care how good he is, how bad he is. When you run the football with a good back, it sets up so much other stuff. And he's a real shifty, fast back. There's no reason why he doesn't go over this. This
Well,
I
I just look at the O line. I mean, you got O lineman getting drafted in the first round over there. He had the best left tackle in the country last year.
yes
So,
sir.
and I know he's being replaced by somebody that's probably going to earn that title by week going into his whatever year he is. So the
Yeah.
O line's going to be good. And I think the pass catchers there for the first time are going to be young. And so it's going to be a little situation where they're going to have to
Well,
run the
no.
ball.
Remember, no, John. Remember, we hit the transfer portal. We got Barry and Brown from
They hit
Kentucky, Nick Anderson that he's been
the
there.
speed guy.
We
Yes.
got the other Anderson that's been there. We got weapons, bro. We got weapons. So I believe they're not going to just come out there and just try to just throw the ball around the field.
You
I
got to
believe
run the ball.
they're going to run the football, and that was our issue the last 2 years. We couldn't run the ball, and I think Brian Kelly has finally got his identity. They're going to run the football, so I think this is free money. 800 yards. He should have that by. And so I got us 9-3.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, he should have that, bro. He's going to have a
Going
game.
into Thanksgiving, I think yeah.
He's going to
I mean,
have a
against McNeese, he should have 100 in the first half. Just get it
so
over with.
get it over with. So yeah, we're going to take the over on that. I think that's free money. That's a season long, and then we'll end here. Even though it's not week one, but this is everybody's popular. I don't know if the line went up or down since I last time made this graphic, but I haven't even put this in the model. I haven't looked at it. But what's your initial
I'm
thoughts?
taking the under.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. It,
I think
man,
when Texas, I don't want to foreshadow into our other shows, But when Texas do what I expect them to do
Yeah.
next week, I don't think hit 16 is going to be the reason why. And I think he'll make key plays and he'll use his feet to make key plays as well. But I don't think that the passing attack is going to be the reason why people are going to be high on Texas this year.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be because of those people toting the pill in the backfield.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a really good year for running backs. I feel
Yeah.
like there's going to be a lot of pill, like people toting the pill, because now with the NIL, if you're paying a quarterback out of high school, he has to play. And what's the quarterback's best friend is the running game. So with Arch, they're gonna have to establish the run. You can't let him go back there and throw the ball 30 times. As somebody
Yeah.
that he started a couple games, but he's not ready to throw the ball 30 times a game, bro.
I,
Especially against a team like Ohio State.
I, I would honestly, I think this is one of those trap props where people are like, oh, he's definitely going over that. Like,
And he's gonna end it at 235. It'll be
I,
225. It'll be crazy like that, bro.
bro, 240 passing yards against Ohio State. That
Okay. How many did Quinn have in a playoff game?
I got it at like 220.
Let me see. How many? I'm about to see how many Quinn had in the playoff game.
Let's see. He had 283 yards with two passes, one interception, 18 rushing yards. So it's be 40 less than him. I don't see it, man. Golly, he threw
How
the
many times he
ball
throw the ball?
39 times.
Absolutely not. So there you go, right there. You could take 14 off of that, probably.
Yeah, facts. They're not throwing the ball 39
They're
times.
not throwing the ball 39 times with Arch Manning in his first game against Ohio State,
Yeah,
and
not
that's why them running the football is going to be so key because they
yeah.
get caught in that situation, they're going to get a remake.
If I look up at that stat sheet, he's on pace for 39 throws. They're probably gonna lose the game. There
I'm
is no
taking a live bet and I'm doing Ohio State money line.
yeah. There's
I don't care what the score is.
yeah. Unless he's cooking with fish grease, Josh. But if you're cooking with
And
fish,
I,
if you're cooking
you
with fish
shouldn't
grease,
have to you shouldn't have to throw the ball 30.
what do we, bro? What do we say about throwing the ball over 30? What do we say? 33.
33s, anything over 33 is like, all right,
All right, bro. Mathematically, you're going to have a pick in there. And what the year
you're going to have at least two picks at the minimum.
he had one pick. You're going to throw a pick. If you're throwing the ball
What
39,
the, yeah, the fumble and that whole, yeah. So, I mean, if you drop your quarterback back 40 times, bro, he's going to make two mistakes. I
yeah,
promise you that. He's
yeah,
human. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just the law of averages. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you take 14 passes off that, I like my Arch to have about 18 for 25 for 220 in that game.
yeah,
Everybody gonna be sick because they done betted that
yeah.
idiots.
I like him for
Just be
two.
patient, guys.
I like him for 200 to 220.
Hmm.
I like the under on that. I don't want to get. I don't. I'm trying to make people aware. I'm not. I don't want you guys to get caught into the trap of seeing Archie prop up there and just clicking more because it's Arch. But 240, man, that's a lot. That's a lot on the road on an open night against a very good. I mean, they're going to be good on defense. They might not be able to score, but Jesus Christ, I know one thing. I mean, I wouldn't. It's too far in the week. I mean, I wouldn't take it, but I wouldn't put my money on. But Jeremiah Smith under 89 yards, I can see that next
I can
week
definitely see that.
because I mean, Texas, bro, they have they. I know for a fact they're not going to let him beat him. they,
I watched a film review where the guy was saying that in that game, Texas played it straight up more than you would think. But that's the crazy thing because they're not going to do that this time
bro, do you
because you
realize?
got a young quarterback though. You got a young quarterback playing for Ohio State, so they're gonna be trying to trick him.
Well, you know the crazy thing is, I went re I went back and rewatched that game. Ohio State really didn't do nothing offense, so they had that would change the game. They had that screen for 72 yards right before halftime
He's in the
and fumble
NFL.
and a fumble.
That's it.
That's 14 points. They lost by 14. They didn't do much offensively. The Texas defense is really good, guys. Really good.
Yep. Really sound. Really
So
sound.
don't worry. Can't wait to next week's show. Cannot wait for next week's show. But yeah, just a recap for our no sweat ticket. We've got Kansas State money line, UNLV to win by 18. We got them projected to win by 21 anyway. Kansas, we got them projected to win by 7. So this should be right on par with that. Western Kentucky, we got them projected to win by 7 to 10. So just win by a field goal. For our 10.5 teaser, we got Iowa State with the points, so 13.5. We still got UNLV with the 10.5 point teaser. Just go in there and readjust it yourself. So go into your alt lines and bring it down to 16. Kansas, we got 10.5 point teaser. Bring it down to 2.5. And these are all over 88% with our model. And Western Kentucky, bring them down to the money line, or you can click money line, or you can do 1.5. That's all with the 10.5 point teaser. 7-point teaser is also good. You go in there, alt spread Iowa State to 10.5 with the 7-point teaser. UNLV, alt them to about right where it's at right here. Kansas, same thing. Western Kentucky, same thing. So don't be afraid to go in there and hit the lines yourself. Or you can go on FanDuel and just click over to 10.5. The odds are not going to be really high for this ticket, but we're looking to make money. We're looking to make money. So I don't want to see this ticket on there with Hawaii at the bottom.
Bro, look, guys, don't tell me if you added anything to this ticket. Just keep that to yourself. Because when we're on here on Tuesday, celebrating and moving on to next week with the funds in the account from the prize picks or this. Well, this is the thing. We know for a fact the 10.5 point teaser is hitting. So I'm leaving here with something. So I'm not necessarily worried about it at all, ladies and gentlemen. But if you add stuff, that is not on me. If you
Yeah.
start adding NFL preseason games, that is on you. If I see the Washington Mystics on there, that is on you.
That's funny as
Stay,
hell.
yeah, because I already know the WNBA games are going to be in there. If I see the New York Yankees on there, that is on you. Like, don't be adding any of those baseball picks.
Yeah,
Like, come on, man, just stick to
we're
what
gonna
we got.
be we're gonna be consistent, and I'll tweet out the 10.5 point ticket so you can see that it's been placed. Um, it's been placed with
Hold
hard
on.
dollar.
These bets are getting placed first and foremost. We're not putting anything on this show that ain't been placed.
Yeah, and really, I want to go. I want to go in, but it's week 0. Like I want to talk about what our anchors. Our anchors, will definitely those. We'll have multiple slides. Bing,
I'll be
bing,
going in next week.
bing. We're not playing around. We're testing the water. We're gonna go light. I hope everybody else goes light. And if you're in a Discord or anything, and they might get lucky and say they said this and said that and said this, but let's see off the whole year. Like I'll leave you
Yep.
with this tidbit. College football, especially with the bigger spreads, and college football is closer to the NFL than it's ever been, especially with the transfer portal being like
Hmm.
free agent. NFL, there's a cap. Like you can't just sign everybody. And college football, you can sign whoever you want, whenever you want, and get the guys that you want. We've seen it with Ohio State. We see it like so. I expect these spreads to be tighter when two common opponents play each other that got $10 million rosters. And when I see teams like Penn State play Nevada or Bama play McNeese, I expect them to punch on them because your roster is better. The Cinderella story is starting to come to an end. I don't see too many upsets this year that are like huge favorites. Like maybe Toledo beating Kentucky, like 8 point, like stuff like that. I mean, it's
That's not
upset.
really upsetting to me.
But far as like somebody like, I don't foresee a Notre Dame Illinois this year.
No, I don't see them App State Michigan's this type this year.
Not with the transfer portal the way it is. I don't see those. You know, it's college football. People get upset all the time, but those that'll be like in conference narrative. Like I'll give you an example. Like a team that's riding high strolls their ass into Arkansas and gives them a B game. They were like a 13-point favorite. They wound up losing. They were like a top 3 team. Like that's the type of upset that will happen in college football. That's always going to be there. But as far as like a USC losing to Missouri or like what Oregon did last year with that, I think when they played Idaho, like I don't foresee that this year. I don't, bro. It's because the transfer portal is too out of control. It's NFL free. It's college free agency. You can make your team way better. So they should be glitching on folks.
You get, I feel like the all of them are going to be like the Kentucky over Ole Miss, the Kentucky over Florida, Vanderbilt over
Yeah,
Alabama. These are the type of upsets you're going to see in conference of Syracuse over Miami,
yeah,
Georgia Tech over Miami. You know, these type of upsets are the ones you're going to see because
yeah. I'm
when you're
okay with
playing, I mean, look at it right now. You got UNLV. I mean, let's just switch it. You put Penn State versus Idaho State. I mean, we're gonna have to take that spread. We're gonna have to add 10 points to that spread. We'd have to take it minus 27 and a half.
it.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's no like we'd have to go back and look what the NIU Notre Dame spread is. But Notre Dame is more susceptible to that because they're a running football team. They're not
Yeah,
necessarily going to try to outscore you. They're just going to beat you up in the trenches.
yeah,
So yeah, man, I agree with you wholeheartedly with the portal, with how everything moves now, how much these coaches make, the resources that these schools have that they put into these kids, the development part of it, man. I,
yeah.
I agree. There's not gonna be
It's
no Cinderella. It's not gonna be
yeah,
Cinderellas out here.
Well, Josh, we seen it in college basketball, bro. Florida's team was with transfer portal. The one that said it was ridiculous. I mean, everybody was either a 5th-year seed. Everybody was good. They had the
Auburn
money.
too.
You know what I'm saying? They brought in
Hmm.
Duke was a one-off. They had no business losing that game to Houston. They were the better team. But I
But
feel
you spend money in the high school recruiting at Duke. You know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily need the portal because they're getting the kids out of high school, which
but
is which is the same thing.
that's what I equate to college football. I think the talent, the better team, I can honestly say should win now because of the transfer portal and what you if you like. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at this. This is a great example, Josh. There is no reason why Penn State can't punch on people because they can't score. You know why? Because they used the transfer portal. They got $1 million wide receiver. That was always their issue. They should have beat Ohio State last year, but they didn't have no wide receiver. They that's their always their issue. They don't have as Dion said him. They don't have it. They don't have him out
Yeah,
there, and now
they don't have
they
nobody out
close to it.
there.
That's what I mean about the transfer portal has now allowed teams that one deficiency that they couldn't get fixed.
You
Oh,
can get it fixed in one off season. Actually, honestly, not even off. You that's one portal class. I mean, the season's not even over, but before Christmas, the new wide receivers on campus. So
so
yeah, bro. Whatever
in the
you
lower
yeah.
schools, they don't have access to do that, and now, like Nick Saban said, this always remains true. Good teams win, great teams cover. If your ass want to go to the playoffs, and what do we always say on the phone, Josh? This is why you be cutting corners because you're not blowing teams out. You're not getting your backups reps. So now your starter gets hurt because you're tussling with Northern Illinois for 4 quarters. You can't get your backups in so they can get some good quality reps. Blow teams out. Beat the shit out of teams that you're supposed to beat. Period.
Very simple.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. But we can wrap it up.
Yes, sir. That's it, guys. We went over because we wanted to. I mean, we didn't have to. That was
Yes,
just
sir. It's week one.
yes, sir. We were locked in. That's those are